Namaste, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Ashley Turner. So happy to be here with you. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher for over 18 years and a licensed psychotherapist in the state of California. And my passion is really the integration of yoga and neuroscience and meditation and modern psychology. So today we're talking about the yogic map of the mind. This is something that so fascinating to me, and one of the reasons that I decided to really focus my life's work on this integration of yoga and psychology. Before we get started, I'd love for those of you who are jumping on, please get into the chat box, tell me who you are, where you're from. Let me know if you're a yoga teacher, if you're a therapist, if you're a yoga student. I would love to hear from you. So open the comments and just let us know where you're from and say hi. Okay, so the yogic map of the mind, we're going to keep this short and sweet. This is piggybacking off of my last Facebook Live. So I am, hi Raquel, hi Ali, Raquel in Alabama, a teacher and student. Awesome. This is piggybacking off of my last Facebook Live where I was mentioning the 4 aspects of mind and people were asking me a little bit more about it. So I'm going to give you a little bit more information today. This is, hi Louise, so good to see you on here. Yay. So for me, this was really helpful to understand how the yogis dissected and sort of navigated the nature of the mind and how we as modern day practitioners can use this map to create emotional freedom for ourselves, to manage our minds, to learn how to master our minds, and especially those unconscious latent impressions that are really driving the ship. I see Sylvia. Good to see you guys all jumping on here. Okay, so the 4 primary aspects. Now this in the yoga psychology is called Antarkarana. Antarkarana, it's 4 aspects, this 4-spoked wheel of the mind. So the first is what's called Chitta. Chitta is the lake bed of consciousness. It's really, let me get this up here so I can add this. Okay, the lake bed of consciousness, there you have it, Chitta. And the Chitta also represents our unconscious. So it's essentially all of this stored information. So all kinds of impressions, primarily from, I think I actually, let me see here, get this over here because I misspelled it, Chitta, Chitta. All right, there you go. So the Chitta is considered, again, this lake bed. So you can imagine all these rivers flowing into this lake bed, all these different ports of entry, different influences from our past experiences, maybe our past lives, who knows. And it's said that there are latent impressions, and these latent impressions are called samskaras. So anytime there is an impression, and the more intense the experience is, the deeper those impressions goes, they land in this lake bed. Sort of Chitta is just very neutral. It's just sort of like the storing house, or you can think of it like the database for all this information, right? So then we have Manas. So that's Chitta, the basic unconscious storehouse of experience, a reservoir of latent impressions. Then we have Manas. Now, Manas and the word Manas comes from, also similar to the word in the koshas, Mano Maya Kosha, comes from the same root, the man. Manas is considered the lower mind or the sensory mind. So Manas is sort of like the everyday mind, just that aspect of ourself that is sort of running all of our stories. When we think about Manomaya Kosha is considered our mental, emotional body. So it's sort of that chatter that's going in our mind. Now, during meditation, Manas is quieted and Manas is focused. So we want to pull ourselves out of just this random kind of prefrontal critical mind, analytical mind, the constant fluctuations and the waves, right? So that's Manas. And Chitta is just this memory or lake bed. And then we have the third aspect of mind, which is called buddhi. Buddhi, I didn't put manas up there, but we'll get buddhi up there. Buddhi is considered the higher mind. It's one way to think of it. I like to think of it, and I remember it by Buddha, right? And it comes from the same root, the word bud, and bud means to awaken. And so the buddhi is this natural blossoming of awareness. So it's not so much consciousness or even thought forms. It's an awareness, more of the wisdom mind. I think of buddhi as the wisdom mind. And so in meditation, manas is quieted, manas is focused, and buddhi awakens. So buddhi starts to activate. And I also think of buddhi, the higher mind, sort of our Buddha nature. That's how I remember it. Little trick for you there. The buddhi, the wisdom mind, the Buddha nature is more discerning. And so the buddhi can choose which thoughts we're paying attention to, right? And the buddhi can choose how we are interpreting experiences in our lives. What happens when we have an experience is the mind goes into that sort of Dewey Decimal System, the cataloging, and it's looking for a latent impression, a memory that it can relate to the experience that you're having right now. And so it pulls up this old version. And we talked about this in my last Facebook Live, so you can go back and watch it, on withdrawing our projections. How easy it is for us to just project onto other people, onto experiences, assume we know what's happening, assume we know what they're thinking or why they're acting in a certain way based on that chitta, that database of information based on our memory. But what the buddhi does, it creates discernment, or viveka, right? And I think of it like a sword of discernment, casting away that which isn't true, right? Now, the fourth aspect of mind, the fourth layer of mind, is called ahamkara. And ahamkara literally translates to mean, hi, Allie, I see you on here. The ahamkara actually translates to mean the I sense, or the I maker. I'm going to put that up there. I like that term a little bit better. The I maker. So the ahamkara is that aspect of self that's interpreting everything having to do with me, mine. So ahamkara is our self-identity. So I, me, mine. And again, this goes back to projection from yesterday's Facebook Live, or 2 days ago. Actually, it was yesterday, which is we project onto other people based on our own feelings, our own stories, our own personal history, our own prejudices. This is where the unconscious, that manas, that lower mind, is just throwing up the stories and the data from buddhi. And until we activate more of that wisdom mind, we're just being run by our own trips, right? And so as Ram Dass says, if someone has a problem or they're acting out, that's their issue. If you get caught in it, that's your issue. And so this is the discernment of yoga psychology in this antarkarana of the yogic map of the mind. Hi, Ruby, I see you. I can't wait to see you at Toronto Yoga Conference. By the way, guys, I'm going to be at Toronto Yoga Conference next weekend, April 12th through the 15th. Super excited about that, so come check me out there. And I am having a whole day-long workshop on this exact topic, yoga psychology. That's on Friday, next Friday, April 13th. So I would love to see you there. Then we have a chakra immersion on the Thursday before, the 12th. Okay, so what we want to do in our aim of practice is to temper the manas, activate the buddhi, and start to shuffle a little bit more detachment with our ahamkara, so that we're not being run by this version of reality that's me, mine, all about me. The truth is, we're all very narcissistic. That's the truth. And I'm going to put this up here for you guys. So the antarkarana is this mapping. I went to a therapist once, and I said, whoa, I'm realizing like I'm so narcissistic. And she said, Ashley, we're also narcissistic. So, just keep that in mind. We all have this I maker, this I sense of self, and that tends to run the show. Of course, the aim of yoga, and yoga asks us only one question, does it really care about? And that question is, who am I? And so I want to leave you with that. Who are you? You are not your mind. You are not your thoughts. You are not your memories. You are not this I maker. You are not the melodramas and stories. You are spirit. You are consciousness. And all of these practices of yoga and yoga psychology help us to remember that and really tether into that. So meditation, yoga, the practice is creating a little bit more space, a little bit more understanding of this Antarkarna. All right, thank you all so much. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me the number one thing that you get hooked on. What's the number one way that you project out into the world? What's the number one filter? Do you have a scarcity mentality? Are you jealous of other people? Tell us below how you get caught and what is the anecdote, what really helps you get out of that. So is there a certain meditation that you do? Is there a certain practice that you do that really helps you calm and focus the manas, awaken the buddhi, and temper that ahamkara? Okay, thank you all so much. This is all the root of my Yoga Psyche Soul training. This online course is launching in just a few weeks. So the link is right here below and in the description. So you can click right there, head on over, look at the outline for the course content. Antarkarna is one pillar of this Yoga Psyche Soul, and then we go into a very, very deep study of psyche and through the yogic lens. So I would love any of you that are interested to sign up. This is really about creating emotional freedom. This is about you creating your empowerment, and share this video with anyone you think might benefit from it. Thank you so much. Tag anyone below that you think will be interested, and sending you so much love. Leave your questions. I'm reading all of them and addressing them. Aho, namaste. Be well.